We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to Mouthpiece, episode 173. Today we're going to talk about my last few weeks in poker, my health, the NBA playoffs, my Lakers making a run, I hope, and whatever y'all want to talk about, the Mouthpiece is next. Yo, welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 173. My health has not been good. 3 weeks of recovery from what they diagnosed me with. Says 4 to 6 weeks. And so every time I get ready to do a podcast, I'm in terrible pain. Like even today, I was in horrifying pain. But it's gone away. But if it comes back while we're on this, I'm just going to end it. So I wanted to touch base with you guys. How you been? How's everybody been? Life is... poker's good. I guess I could tell you that much. I'm on a really, really nice winning streak. Last 3 weeks I won 22, 48 and 40. Going into the World Series in 6 weeks, I really need to keep this run going. I haven't been playing that much, but when I play, I've been winning. Been playing good, not great. But I'm not making mistakes. So I'm leaving a little bit on the table, missing some value in some spots, but overall, like, not making the mistakes, thinking about big bet decisions in marginal spots. And maybe I got bluffed a few times, but overall, I really like the way I've been playing. So poker's been good. And I've been kind of fucking around with the NBA the last couple weeks because I've always done really, really good the last 2 weeks of the NBA season. I see spots that I like, teams like resting people or whatever, and I bet them. Like yesterday when Indiana rested everybody, Orlando needed the game to lock up the 7. The line moved from 7 to 3.5, and I bet like 2,000 on Orlando, and they won by like 30 outright. Same with the Lakers. I laid 10, it went to 13 the line. They won by like 30 outright. So kind of picking my spots, just keeping myself busy. And I've been resetting my sleep schedule. I was sleeping from like 6 in the morning to like 6 at night. I hated it. Stayed up for 24 hours. I woke up at 6:30 this morning, watched the Masters, and yeah, for poker this year, I'm finally in the plus. So it ain't much, but I'm up 40,000 for the year. That's after being down 118 on February 10th. So, and it could have been a lot more. I mean, I had the Hustler Casino Live where I was up 40K for the week and picked up Kings versus Aces first hand off stream when we were playing a stand-up game, and I lose a 92K pot. If that hand never happens, I mean, I'm really doing well. I mean, we're only 4 months into the year. If you're up 80,000 in 4 months, maybe you're up 240 in 3 months, or at the end of the year, which ain't so bad. But I could end up doing really well. Yeah, your 401's down 50K. Can I have? I'll pay you what was in your 401 before Trump put the tariffs on, and then every profit after that I keep. How's that? What do you think, Kirk? I'll do that with you. You tell me. You can buy out right now. It's amazing, like all these people flipping around. He told you for 2 years what he was going to do if he got elected. He told everybody what he was going to do to China and put tariffs on it. He told everybody they didn't come to the table, he was going to put tariffs on it, right? So the bottom line is he's either going to go down as the greatest president of all time, or he's going to go down as the worst president of all time. Because, I don't know, as a poker player, he pushed deuce 7 into the middle, and he's trying to make a 5 high flush lay down. And maybe he's right. Anybody that doesn't realize that Trump's playing poker is just ridiculous. So we'll see what happens. No, it's both, buddy. People like to put in their comments about how bad Trump is, and we'll see. I think he's doing greatest things ever. It's everything I voted for, so we'll see. It's funny. But poker is been good. Let's go try and not talk about politics, but poker's been good. I got stuck on Monday, 30K. I was given a lot of action. I was playing pretty fast, and made a few mistakes. In a bomb pot. This hand really bothered me. I ended up coming all the way back from 30 loser, got the 3K winner, and ended up losing 11-5 for the day. Then I bounced back and won one of my biggest days in a long time, like 51,000 the next day. And I haven't played the last two. This bomb pot really bothered me because I had 5-6 of hearts in a bomb pot, and I was in the big blind. I had like 7 people behind me. Flop came 7-8-10 with the 8-10 of hearts, and I checked, and it went bet 350, call 350, call 350, and I should have just folded this hand right here, because when it goes bet call call, chances are somebody's got a bigger flush draw. Somebody could already have a straight. Even if they don't have a straight, a 9's no good. I'd need an offsuit 4. And I told myself to fold. And I somehow called 350, which was ridiculous. And then the turn card comes to 3 of hearts, and he gets checked around. I'm like, oh, that's good. And now the river comes a deuce, and I bet 2,400. So there's 350 times 4 is 14 plus the bomb pot. So I bet like 2,400 and then 3,200. And I got min click to 4,800. Now, it's with one of the players who's a lot of action. And I just was like, fuck. I know I'm beat, right? I called, and he had the queen 7 of hearts, and I was just so mad at myself because I lose 5,100 in this pot that I should have lost 0. And people would be like, "Oh, you can't fold 5-6 of hearts on that board." Well, it's a bomb pot. It's 7, 8, 10, and it went bet call call. So of course I can. That really bothered me, and so now I'm down like 3K. I was up like 2 at the time, and then this thing happens, which is ridiculous. Player A makes it 200 or makes it 160. I call in the cutoff with ace 10 offsuit. I could have 3-bet, but I decided to call. And the big blind makes it 700. Now, when the big blind makes it 700, the guy who makes it 700, when he's got a real hand, he usually goes 1,000 to 1,200. So I didn't think he had much. And the razor flatted. And in a normal game, I would like back raise here. I just make it like 3,500. Probably just pick it up, right? But the way our game's played, they don't want... It's kind of like no limping. No like back raising after you flat. I mean, you could, but my hand's kind of capped. In other words, like if I had like aces, kings, or queens, I'm going to 3-bet. So when I flat there, my hand's capped. So I decided to just call the 700. Flop comes deuce 410. The 3-better checks. The original raiser tries to represent like he had 3 4s. The flop came 4 6 10. And in our game, a lot of times, like when you bet like 4 4 4, a lot of people like say, "Hey, I announced I had a set," right? But he bets 4 4 4 into 2100. I didn't buy it. I just didn't feel it. So normally I flat here, and so I do something out of the ordinary that I normally don't do. I raise a dry board on the flop. I make it like he makes it 4 4 4. I make it 1,050. Razor calls. He calls, right? And I'm like, maybe he did have flop a set. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe it. I got him on like straight draw, like 5-8, 5-7, some ridiculous hand. I know he doesn't have a 6 because he would bet like 6 6 6 on the flop if he had like a pair of 6s. This is kind of like people do. And so now the turn card comes a queen of spades. He checks. I decide to check. I said to myself, as long as like it doesn't come like a 3, an 8, he could have 7 8 2, or a 9. Anything but a 3 8 or 9, I'm just calling the river. And the river pairs a 6, second pair, but it backdoor spades. I had the ace of spade, ace 10 with the ace of spade. So I don't see any combos of backdoor spades on the 4 6 10 board that you could bet call, especially when I'm holding the ace of spade. And he decides to overbet the pot 5,600 into 41, and I just snap called. And he showed me the Jack 7 of spades. And he says, "Well, if I didn't hit a flush, I was just going to bomb it to like 12,000 and you were going to fold." I'm like, "Yeah, right. I snap called you with fucking 5,600 with second pair on a third pair on a paired board." So that really annoyed me because now I'm down like 11,500, like 12,000. Then I played a few more rounds and we quit. So I ended up losing 11.5 on Monday. I had to bounce back. The 50K, or that was Tuesday. On Wednesday, which is literally one of my biggest wins in the game I play. And now a lot of people swing 100 balls, but I think I've told you this many times. I don't get to play that much. I mean, I don't get to, a seat in the game like all the time. Like maybe I get to play 8 hours a week. So I make the best of it, and I'm very happy that I'm even able to play in the game I'm in. So, and everybody's good people. I love everybody in the game. Don't have to worry about the politics of poker. Everybody makes fun of each other. Lots of needling, lots of fucking fun. All good people. Makes poker fun. When you play with people that make the game fun, it's fun. So the Wednesday, one of the key hands, I don't know, there was, I was up somehow, like I was up like 15,000, buying for 10. And just grinding, bunch of small pots. I don't even remember how I was at 15, but I do remember what happened after that. And then came a hand which it went raise, 3-bet. I 4-bet kings out of the big blind, and I 4-bet it to like 2,900. I get both callers. And the flop came King 10-10 with 2 spades. And I bet like super small into both players. And, it's something I tell people all the time. When you flop a big hand, don't check it. You never, especially with 2 10s on the board, there's a good chance somebody has 10 jack or something. The one big hand I checked at Hustler Casino a year ago against Chris, the one that's in my documentary, where I flop, I raise with like 2 8s, got 2 caller, or the razor raise. I call, there was one caller and I call in the small blind, and the flop came 8-7 deuce. And I should have just led. If I lead, I stack ludicrous. But I check, boogie bet, I don't know, you've seen this hand, like 8-9 or 7-8. And now Chris raises. Now, I can't just call a double on a deuce. It was deuce 6-8 rainbow. I mean, if I call a double, my hand's face up. So I mid-click it. And Chris called, and then I bet big on the turn. He folded I bet on the turn. He called, and then he folded, set on the turn or the river. I think he folded on the turn. If I lead out, it goes call. He raised. Now I flat. Then he bets turn. I call, and then he moves in river, and I stack them. So I left like 30K on the table. So that was for me not leading out with a set. I tell people all the time, man. Weak lead, your middle pairs, your gutter balls, your straight draws, and your sets, because you got to balance. So, so now I bet, it's 2,900 times 3, so there's 9K in the pot. And I went for 1,500 and a 9K. And I got raised to like 3,500, and I called. And the turn card came a stiff, and he bet like 3,900, and I called. And the river came a blank, and I checked, and he moved in for like 16,000, and I snapped. And he had the 6-7 of diamonds. You ask yourself, wow. Well, I get it. Like, I don't have many 10s in a 4-bet pot. And so he tried to represent a 10 on the flop. And he figured I had ace, king, or aces, and I wouldn't call 17,000 on the river. And you know what? The truth of the matter is the player who's kind of aggressive, I probably would have called. I'm not sure. The reason why I would have called is because it was a 2-spade board. King 10-10, 2 spades. He has all. I didn't have the king of spades in my hand, so he has all the king X of spades, the jack queen of spades, the ace X of spades. His play looks really bad, but I don't think it was that bad. I actually thought it was kind of good. I think I would have gave up on the river when I called the turn, but wasn't bad. Wasn't bad at all. So that was nice. So I get a double up. Somebody tried to rob me, and I happen to have kings full. So now I'm up like 40. Then I raise with 2 9s, and I get called, and the flop comes 7-8-8, 2 clubs, and I bet, and I get called. I bet pretty big, so it looks like I got an overpair. Now turn card comes a 9 of clubs, and I bet like half pot, and I get called. And the river comes a stiff, and I bet super small, like super small. Actually, come a 9. I think it came 9 on the turn, and then a deuce, like a 3 of clubs or deuce of clubs on the river, and I get raised 8,000, and I just move him in for another 10, and he snap folds. So he just thought like he could float me, and I don't have an 8, and I'd probably fold. They love to try and make me fold. And listen, do I sometimes overfold in the game I'm in? Sure I do. But there's reasons I do. And but when I'm locked in, I don't get bluffed that often. So now I got like another $10,000 gift. Then I had another hand where I checked the river and he just like overbet 2,500 and I snapped him and he had nothing. The next thing I know, I was up like 53. I ended up winning like, I think 50,500. Big win. That was a big win for me. So having a good week. Can't complain. Haven't played that much, but I've been in a lot of pain. Really doing really struggling with my health. They said 4 to 6 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. If I feel like this next week or the week after, I'm going to go back into the doctor. I'm just hoping it ain't something else. I'm really struggling. So yeah, that's my few weeks in poker. Been good. My mental acuity's been great. My health hasn't been, so we'll see what happens. That's my week in poker. That's not, my Lakers are the 3 seed. They look pretty good. I'm just hoping. I really am hoping that the Clippers win tomorrow because that the Warriors win tomorrow because they'll be the 6. I think the Lakers can easily beat the Warriors. If the Warriors don't win and Denver wins, and Minnesota beats Utah, which they will. Then we have to play Minnesota in the first round. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think we match up that well with them. If Luka goes off and AR-15 goes off, they're going to be good. So, who's a better poker player, Gus Hansen or Ryan Feldman? Well, I go with Gus because he's played millions of hours of mixed games. When it comes to no limit hold'em, they're both guppies. I don't know. Happy Passover to all my Jewish friends out there. I have to, supposed to go to my mom's house at 5, but I haven't felt good, so I don't know. And then I'm going for another Seder tomorrow night. So, happy Passover, happy Seder to all my Jewish friends. Let's see what else is going on. We could talk about the NCAA tournament. I had the winner. After I got in a pool, 5K a man, there's 13 of us. After the first week, I was in dead last with 18% of my winners. All my upsets lost. But I had 3 of the 4 going to the final 4, and all of them, like 7 of them had Duke. So Duke got knocked. I had Florida winning it, and I ended up getting 3rd and getting my money back. And I was like, all you guys talk shit, how bad I was, how stupid I was, how I'm the worst. Fade Mikey. And somehow, after being as far behind as you can be after week 1 in our bracket, I found a way to get 3rd. And they paid 3 out of the 10, 40, it's 5K, man. I was like, 40K first, 10 for second, and your money back for 3rd. But I got my shit talking in. So I had the winner of that. This morning, I woke up and bet $1,000 on Rory at plus 350 to win. And I had a 4-stroke lead. And Bryson makes this incredible 2-putt to save par on 17 and most insane birdie on 18. I should have a minimum of 3-stroke lead, maybe 4, and I'm only got 2. So that's going to be a fun sweat tomorrow. I think Rory's going to win. If anybody wants to know why I bet them, I saw a guy after round 1 when he had that -4 going to 15 and he double bogeys 2 holes, and the press was just ripping him how can you blow your fucking great round, blah 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 blah. And then he came back with a 6 under in round 2, and I said, this guy's gonna win. Then I bet him this morning, and he birdie the first 5 holes. It's pretty fun to watch. Yeah. So I don't watch golf, but I only watch the Masters. This is like the only golf tournament I ever watch. Let's see what else. So I had the winner of that, Florida. Crazy ending of that game. I can't believe they won. And hopefully I'll have the winner of this thing. And I don't know. I'm just kind of pacing my time till this illness that I have goes away. So it's 4 to 6 weeks, could be up to 12 weeks. I'm going into week number. This is exactly 3 weeks since they started giving me the medication stuff. And doesn't feel any better. So anyway, let's take some phone calls. We talk poker and sports, and the World Series coming up 6 weeks. I don't really want to talk much politics. I'm a big believer in what Trump's doing is going to change the world. So he said it on the campaign trail. He said it now. He's been saying it for months. There's going to be 6 months of short-term pain, and then there's going to be long work. It's going to be change everything. So if he's right, he'll go down as the greatest president of all time. If he's wrong and the market crashes and we go in hyperinflation, and then we know what's going to happen. But it's like everybody's like, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that. Well, the media hasn't been right of one thing in 8 years. So what do you guys think he's right this time? Why is the media which telling you what he's doing is right this time? I mean, is wrong this time. Everything the media's told you they've been wrong about. So you just take the media, throw it out the door, and you trust a guy that's been right about everything for 8 years. So we'll see what happens. All right, let's take some calls.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Matusow on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live.
702-329-0480. Give us a call. What do you want to talk about? Talk about baseball just started. I'm not really into baseball till the playoffs start. My Dodgers are off to a good start. Got my Dodgers shirt on. Padres look great too. But this is my I love the NBA playoffs. You know what's crazy is I do really well picking the NBA playoffs in round 1. Usually all the chalk just wins and covers. And then round 2, I break even, and then round 3, I usually lose. But, I really believed OKC is a all-time great team. If you go by the numbers, they're going to finish with the 4th best record in the history of the game. They have a 12.9 point differential, which is 0.6 of a point higher than any team in NBA history. So all the metrics say they are an all-time great team. 29-1 in the East. But they're only 30-1 in the East. They're only they're 29-1. Yeah. They're 38-13 in the West. The Lakers are going to finish 36-15, only 2 games behind them against the Western opponents. Now, if you look at the East, I mean, the East is dog shit. Like, once you get past the first 4 teams, or even if you want to, let's just say the first 6 teams, like, the rest of the East is like the worst ever. Like, the bottom 7 are awful. So, that 29-1 against the East, yeah, they beat, the Celtics twice and whatever, but maybe they're not an all-time great team. I mean, the Lakers went into OKC, murdered them, and then if they didn't kick Luka out of the game, they had a 1-point lead with 7 minutes to go, and they could have beat them back-to-back games in OKC. So, as much as I thought OKC was a lock to not just win the West, but win the title, I'm starting to think maybe not. I mean, You got three ball handlers, Lakers, Reeves, LeBron, and I can't believe how good the Lakers play defense. I can't believe how good they are. The chemistry on that team is just off the charts. Boy, Dallas, they're going to rule the world the day they let Luka go. Yeah. Hey, Barry, let me tell you something. This is how fucking stupid you are. And you could Google it. That's a made-up tweet. It's been debunked 100 times. You Google it. Did Trump ever say it? It's being debunked. And on my podcast, you're repeating a debunked tweet that never happened. So congratulations. This is how stupid. You're so brainwashed by what the media... Dude, it's been debunked 100 times. Trump never tweeted that. It's a fake tweet. So it's funny, too. When Trump says, I'm not worried about the stock market, 8% of the country's in the stock market. I'm trying to get money to the poor people and the middle class. And the people that are poor in the middle class are like, fuck Trump, the stock market. They don't even have money in the stock market. Just, you guys are so stupid. Fucking, if you watch some of the farmers that have been interviewed, says what Trump is doing is changing their lives, and it's going to make grocery prices go down like 60 to 80%, which is what he said he was going to do. Oil prices are down like 55 a barrel. Gas is under $3 a gallon. It'll be down at $2 a gallon. Oh yeah, stock manipulation. Well, they're not crying stock manipulation after the last 2 days. It went up one day. Stock manipulation. Dude, whatever media you watch, dude, you are brainwashed. Go and fucking learn something. Don't be a follower. Be a fucking leader. Go find your own fucking shit, truths, instead of repeating MSNBC bullshit. Still fucking repeating this lie after lie after lie. Oh, COVID's gonna fucking... How many boosters you have, Barry? 6? How many boosters? Oh, get your booster. It's gonna help you not get COVID. Get your booster. Get your booster. Oh, God. The fucking... Whatever. I feel bad for him, man, that he only watches one fucking propaganda media. Doesn't watch anything that... Doesn't fact check his fucking lies. So great. Now everybody wants Bill Maher's fucking head because he went and had dinner with Trump and said what a wonderful, nice person he is. And it was pretty good. That was a great Bill Maher show yesterday. If you missed it. Now the left wants him. They want to fucking destroy Elon Musk because he's already saved $150 billion. Told you Elon Musk would be public enemy number 1 because he has the media resources to offset all their fucking lies. Yeah, I watched Tucker. I haven't watched Tucker in almost 2 years. So I watch fucking Fox News at night at 8 o'clock just to see what's going on in the world, and that's it. I don't watch any of the propaganda shows. Sorry. Anyways, 702-329-0480. Give us a call. Whatever you want to talk about. Poker, sports. Hopefully not politics. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Like anybody that's smart, even Matt Lance, thinks there should be big tariffs on China. And he was against the other tariffs, and I was against the other tariffs too. And so was a lot of people I'm close to. Doesn't mean I'm right or he's wrong. We'll see in 6 months. In 6 months, if things are really bad, then you could come on here and you could say, I told you so. I told you so. But I don't know. Maybe it will be. I had my friend who's a big Trump supporter is really against the tariffs. He thinks it's going to cause hyperinflation. And we'll see. If it does, it's going to be a disaster. Yeah, there's another one. Musk getting contracts from Elon from the government. No, Biden signed the $400,000 contract with Elon Musk before Trump was in office. Another fucking repeated fucking MSNBC lie. Now go look at that one and let's bet 10,000 on both of those. You're such a fucking idiot. How could you be such a follower and not even look at your own media? Like how? How can anybody like repeat shit that's not true because they saw it on MSNBC propaganda that's not, which is 99% all lies. It's just so, it infuriates me. It infuriates me. You can Google that one too. Because yes, Biden gave Musk a $400,000 contract. Not Trump, you fucking idiot. Yeah, too lazy. That's exactly what it is. Too lazy. They just want to see. No, I haven't. Mike Postel texted me the other day. He said he wants to come on the show and talk person to person about this. So we'll see. Yeah. You know, honestly, all the data was blown out of proportion. Do I think he cheated? I'm not saying anything, you know. Do I think it's anything what they said it was? No. So, I mean, I just don't think so. But we'll see. Dude, SpaceX got money from the Biden, gave him the contract, you fucking idiot. Not Trump. God, you're so fucking stupid. Fucking it irritates me. It's like, I'm not going into it, dude. If you're that stupid, I can't deal with stupid people that they're too lazy to look up anything. Yeah. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. I apologize I haven't been on in what's it been, 2 weeks? I mean, I've been fucking sick, guys. I mean, I sit in bed in pain, like different pain, not just the pain I deal with every day, but like this illness that I have that I really don't want to talk about until it's completely fixed, but it hasn't been good, dude. So, anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, you guys are crazy. Anyways, no, I don't play with Vertucci. I don't tell you who I play with. There's not going to be World War III as long as Trump's in office. There was going to be World War III Biden wasn't even in office. I can't wait. They're going to prove and they're going to find through emails. Well, they try to scrub all the emails, but they know how to get the emails back. And we're going to find out who was running the country for 4 years, because we know Biden was, and I told you that 4 years ago. Should be interesting. Oh yeah, he tariffed everyone but Russia. Yeah, sure he did. You are so stupid. He has the worst, the hardest sanctions, and the biggest things are on Russia. You're just so fucking dumb. I will not deal with stupid people. Matter of fact, I'm not answering you the rest of the fucking show if you're that stupid. Poker Bunny, she fucking got pregnant and married a rich guy. No, I never played with her. Yeah, okay. Sure he is. So, everything Trump's done, I voted for. He said he was going to secure the border and get rid of all the criminals. He's deporting all the criminals every day. The border, 98% secure, like 2,000 people a day, 1,000 people a day come across. With Biden, it was, 200,000 people or something? It's down like 95%. And so, yeah, that's what they are. They're Marxist. They don't realize how much he's doing for the poor people, because their media tells them, oh, he's giving all the money to Elon Musk. Yeah, Elon Musk, who bought Twitter for $44 billion and told NBC, money, go fuck yourself. I don't need money. Nobody's gonna fucking. Elon Musk don't care about money. You guys are fucking stupid. I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to bring it. Yeah, deport. I agree. Keep deporting. Keep deporting them all. Send them all. Send them all back where they came from. 11 million people in 3 years crossed the border. What a disgusting fucking thing. I know Trump's running the country now. I don't think about it. He has meetings. He has his whole cabinet, and he has the meetings to the press. That's how transparent he is. Yeah, I'm in a cult. Yeah. Well, you do know that yesterday the Democrats reached an all-time low of 10% approval rating. 10%. And Trump's still over 50% approval rating. So half the country is in a cult, and the other 38% just hate the Democrats, and the other 47% don't like what Trump's doing. Oh, well. Is what it is. Yeah, great. Deport them all. Deport them all. 250,000 Americans died from fentanyl poisoning in the last 2 years. And he's going after the cartels. If you don't think he takes out the fucking cartels, that his approval rating won't go to like 65%. See, all those fucking people in Congress that were they're getting their kickbacks for the cartel and all that fucking fraud and bullshit. So that's why they're crying. Yeah. The Democrats are polling at 10%, buddy. Yesterday. I don't want to talk politics, guys. I just know in 6 months, if Trump's wrong, we'll see. They have no power. They have nothing to run on. They took Signalgate and went crazy with it. That was a nothing burger. Yeah, Kamala Harris. Did you see her the other day when she was drunk? She's what we avoided with that. I can't even describe. Her drunk press conference like 4 days ago or 5 days ago was, I don't know. She was on cocaine, I think, too. She was doing this the entire interview. She kept doing her word salad, repeating herself over and over and over again, and then rubbing her nose. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, sure she is. Just like the left said, just like the right says, AOC's worth $29 million. That's all lies. More lies. You don't even look it up. See, I look it up. When they're saying, oh my God, AOC's worth $29 million, she's corrupt. I looked it up. She's worth like $15,000. But ass fuck won't even look it up. He just, MSNBC told me Murray Colored Green's worth $22 million. Yeah, I'm making shit up. I'll give you fucking $5,000 if you could come up with anything that bullshit that you've come up with that is absolute truth. Because all you do is repeat fucking propaganda. I'm not talking to you the rest of this fucking show. You're aggravating me. Putting shit in front of you so I don't look. So if anybody's texting anything, I'm sorry I can't look at it. You have to call me. 702-329-0480. He really pissed me off for the first time because he just keeps repeating fucking shit that's not true. He can't even repeat one thing that's true. Just propaganda. Repeat. MSNBC, I saw this. It's true. MSNBC, I saw this. It's true. See this on MSNBC, guys? Yeah, okay. The only thing is MSNBC has 35,000 viewers. That's the good news. And one of them we know is I forgot his fucking name already. You, whatever you are, what your name is. You pissed me off so much I'm not even going to repeat your name. Well, at least I know one of the 35,000 viewers is you. And 702-329-0480. If you idiots aren't going to call me, I'm going to make this the fucking shortest podcast of the fucking year because I fucking was in debilitating pain to come on here to talk to all of you. I couldn't even get out of bed. The pain was so bad. I'm supposed to be at my parents, at my mom's at 5 o'clock for dinner. Told her I couldn't make it because I had to do my podcast, and I'm in terrible pain. But if nobody's going to call me in, I'm going to... Are the phone lines working, buddy? Yeah. Yeah? Nobody's calling me? All right. See if I can look at viewers without looking at ass fucks fucking text, because he aggravates me. Oh, there's plenty of viewers. Don't even aggravate me. Just tell something that's not that's just a truth. Can't even say one thing that's the truth. Just one. Yeah, I talked to a lot of. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Good. Who's this? Who's this?
Man.
Who?
Hey, my name is Chester.
Hey,
Chester Molester.
What are you doing, buddy?
I was just watching your show, and I just wanted to tell you, you're a fucking asshole. You're
hang on, please. Another ass fuck. Go suck a fucking Democrat's fucking cock. Go suck fucking... Why don't you go suck Kamala's pussy? That's something good for you. You'll like that. Maybe you go Kia Tesla so you can get put in jail for fucking 20 years. That's Kia Tesla. Since 90% of Tesla owners are fucking Democrats, let's key it. That's really hurting fucking Elon a lot. He owns 12% and they have to go repair it where Elon makes money. That's how dumb they are. 90% of Tesla owners are Democrats, and they're going around keying them. Like the last caller. He's a fucking ass fuck too.
You should let him go.
I'm not going to let a guy that fucking talk shit make up, like fucking call me names. Are you fucking nuts? He could fucking... See, the left has nothing. The Democrats have nothing. All they have is violence, name calling. They cannot make... It's like Bill Maher said. I went to White House dinner with Trump. We talked about everything. He laughed, he smiled, he giggled. He asked me about this. I gave my opinion. And then what did he say on his show? You got to talk to the other side and listen to what they have to say. It's stupid to call each other names from 3,000 miles away. And he's right. But the left has nothing. When you have nothing, we're now, 8 years in, I'm still offering $1,000 to anybody that could call me and name one thing the Democrats have done to help any American person's life be better. We're going on 8 years and nobody has been able to pick up that $1,000. Pretty scary. Pretty fucking scary. Welcome to Mouthpieces, Mike.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good. Who's this?
This is Andre.
Hey, Andre. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Having a nice, chill Saturday. Enjoying
me
the
too.
weather.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Cool. I live here. I'm in Henderson, Green
nice.
Valley.
Nice.
Yeah. You used to live in Green Valley, didn't you?
No, I still do.
Oh, you still do?
Oh, no,
I know I've seen your...
Oh, no, I don't. I'm in Anthem Country Club now, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen you around the neighborhood somewhere.
Yeah, I mean,
here and there.
my old house used to be on Horizon and Arroyo Grande.
Oh, okay. So I'm near Pecos and Warm Springs.
Oh, okay, cool. That's where Pecos and Warm Springs. That's where Billy Baxter lives over there.
I saw him over at the Wynn playing not too long ago. Guy still gets out.
Yeah, he plays a lot of poker, man. He plays in a private game in L.A. every week. Does really good. Does really good, and he likes these tournaments. He says, "Mike, they're so bad." I said, "I know." You know, it's like
I didn't. Go on.
Yeah, I just
What were you
it's
saying
like,
about it?
so many people think everybody plays good now, and I used to think that, but they don't, man. They're trying to like study GTO and study solvers. They don't understand how to implement what they're studying. That's the sick part. You know, if you don't have feel, you're dead.
I haven't played a tournament in so many years. I just don't enjoy them.
I
Not how I want to
hate
spend my time.
I hate them, but I love the World Series because I get to play all the 10K mixed. We have 15 10K mixes. You get to play with all the same players. You get to talk a lot of shit because the 10K mix reminds me of what the World Series used to be in the early 2000s. Where it was like 250 of us and 200 of us, and we all knew each other, how we all played, and a lot of shit talking, and so it's fun. So I enjoy but other than that, I went out to the win the last 2 years. I was miserable. I hated it. Yeah.
How so?
Well, the WPT put on a good thing. I never win a hand, and it's frustrating.
Oh.
It's frustrating because when you don't win a hand and you go out of the house and you get a room down there for a couple weeks, and I've ran bad, so it's not as fun. I don't know. I'm just not a tournament guy. I just hate tournaments. Even when I became famous on tournaments, I was always a cash game player.
Oh yeah, and
yeah.
I like the series too, but just for the cash games. It's just the whole environment. You know how it is. It's just great.
Yeah.
Play more cash games.
No, that's all I do is play cash. This idiot thinks I owe everybody money. I don't owe anybody money. That's the great part about it. So these people are fucking. They just make shit up. They like fucking. They must go to like MSNBC and come up with shit. It's crazy.
Do people play Chinese poker anymore?
I do. I play with Helmuth every day.
Oh, okay. In private games, never at the casino
I play
during
small.
the series.
Listen, I started playing Chinese really small because the people lose, they don't pay. And so me and Helmuth we play 500 a match of 100 points. I play with Huck. What do we play a match? Our matches are like maybe 1,000, and then I play one other guy. I play small now for fun. I play for like a couple hours at night before I go to bed. So
when that game first started popping up, I thought that was going to catch on. I thought that was going to be a popular, poker room game. But
old school Chinese was like once they put in like the pineapple Chinese and Fantasyland, it really became all luck. Like when they first came out with the one card open face, like the best player won every day. Like Cantu won 99 out of 100 times. Once I got good, I won 95 out of 100 times. But the people that weren't good just lost. The one card open face was like fucking so many hands you'd win with ace high, king high, queen high, or one pair king high, ace high. You just couldn't foul. It was all about not fouling. It was chess. Like one card open face with no Fantasyland was pretty much like chess. You had to make a move, then they made a move, and you made a move, and it was all skill. And, but all the best players won, so they needed to then they added Fantasyland, and the best players went from winning 95% of the time to winning 70% of the time, 75%. And then they added Fantasyland plus Pineapple, and any sucker could win. It became all luck, so there's really no mistakes to be made.
I think it was hard to get low limit players in because it was hard for the casinos to make money off of that game unless it was a higher limit game.
Yeah, I think
that's why it died.
I mean, when we used to play Chinese, regular Chinese, and one card open face at the Commerce, I mean, they raked like $50 an hour or a half hour. They made like 10. I think it was $10 a person, or no, it was more than that. It was like 15 a person times 3. So there was 3 of us playing. So I mean,
so you got to be playing $100 a point for that to not matter.
Correct. Yeah. Well, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? We were playing. Yeah, we were playing like 100 a point, maybe more. So. Yeah,
but the low limit players couldn't afford. They couldn't fade.
No, I agree
the house
with you.
Rake.
Fuck, every time I do a podcast, my one cat goes in the fucking shitter and fucking takes a shit, and then I can't breathe. Every time. She doesn't take a shit all day until I'm doing my podcast. God almighty. Danny, can you breathe or what? Pretty bad,
Everyone's
right?
a critic.
Oh, my fucking poor cat, man. What did it eat? So, so what do? You just play cash, small cash, or what?
Yeah, pretty much just for fun, just for funsies. You know, I like to play a couple days a week, and nothing serious, just low limit. I never really was all that good, so I suppose I would have played higher if I was ever good enough to beat the low limit games. But
no, I've told people this forever. They go, when do you know when to play higher? I go, you keep playing higher until you start losing. If you're losing and you're not beating the higher game, you drop back to the game that you can beat, because everybody has a game they should be able to beat. If not, then they should do something else. But like, I remember,
I struggled to beat the low limit game.
Well, I mean, if you go to Texas and play low limit, I promise you'll win. If you don't, then you should never play poker again. If you can't beat the games, if you can't beat the games in Texas for $2,000 a week playing 1-3 and 2-5, then you need to never play poker again. I mean, I have two friends. I got two friends
moving to Texas.
I have two friends down there that make $10,000 to $12,000 every month on a bad month, and they would be considered a 5 out of 10 as a poker player. So, yeah.
Cool.
I know this one girl I met. She's about a 4 out of 10 on a poker player. She's never made less than $8,000 in a month. She told me. So, yeah. But I don't know if it's still like that. Good. That was 2 years ago. I'm sure it still is. I mean, there's so much money in Texas. So much money.
Yeah, I always hear, you know, if you want to make more money in poker, go to California or go to Texas.
Well, go anywhere but Vegas. I mean, the games in Vegas are a fucking horror show. So there's no such thing as a good game in Vegas.
Yeah.
So, well, I appreciate you calling me, man. Check.
Yeah, I just, you know, you're threatening to quit the show. I said, no, we can't have that happen. I'll just kill some time here.
Hey, I appreciate
kill some time here until something real calls.
Because I was in so much pain today. I'm like, I've got to do the podcast. It's been like over 2 weeks. I'm like, I really want to do a podcast every week, which I would. If I'm not doing a podcast every week, that's a bad sign. I mean, that means that my health is not gotten better.
Sorry,
or maybe like 3 times a year. What do you leave town? Like 3-4 times a year, Danny?
Yeah, maybe a little more than that.
Yeah, maybe a little more. But like, but even then, we'll do it on Thursday if Danny has to leave for the weekend. But if I'm not doing it every week, there's like two things have happened. I've either ran really bad in poker and I'm depressed, which only happens like once a year, maybe twice, or I'm not feeling good, you know. Or like when I went, you know, like when I went and slept at the Wynn for 2 weeks, so I didn't do the podcast for like 2 weeks. So I was at the Wynn, playing their big tournaments in December, and then during the World Series, we have I don't do the podcast, but we do all the what are they called? The vlogs. I do all the daily vlogs. So,
well, I'll try not to worry about you, but
I'm all right.
Hope we'll see you on a weekly basis.
Yeah. All right, my man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Hey, one more thing. Who's your football team?
My football team is whoever I bet on. This year it was the Eagles, because I made a really big bet. Like, I don't bet over $2,000.
Okay, but you're a Dodgers fan.
I am a diehard Dodger fan, a diehard Laker fan. It comes Dodgers first, then Lakers. Now, when I was best friends with Jerry Buss when he was alive, and in 2008 to 2013, like, I was a Laker fan before. Come here, Buss. What are you doing up here? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. I got a kitty cat. I got a little Mookie boy.
Well, you should be a Raiders fan and a Knights fan.
I am a Knights fan. I got my little Mookie cat, my little boy. He's going crazy. Look how big he is, everybody. You guys, he was just a kitten not too long ago. Now he's a big boy. Here you go, buddy.
Yeah, you need to tune into the Raider Nation so that we can talk Raiders shit on your show.
Listen, this is the truth. I hated the Raiders my whole life. Okay, Why did I hate the Raiders my whole life? I grew up in LA, so I was a Ram fan, Dodger fan, Laker fan, right? Never was much of a hockey fan. I became a hockey fan when the Knights moved here. Like, I didn't know. I watched the playoffs every year, but I didn't really know what I was watching. I didn't really know the rules. And then I really learned hockey. I got into it, and so yeah. So the playoffs are coming up. I think the Knights have a good shot to get to the finals. I mean, Winnipeg looks great, and Hellebuck might win the Hart and the Vezina. I mean, he's so good. But I don't know. I just don't think that team's built for the playoffs like the Knights are. You know, I really thought Dallas.
And you just don't.
I thought it was going to be Dallas or Edmonton again. Edmonton, they don't have. They look like shit. The goalie and their defense they ain't going anywhere. You know, they're not.
Well, I understand why you're a fan of the league in football, because you kind of lost the Rams and
yeah. So now when I lost the Rams and they moved to St. Louis, I was furious. I was a diehard Ram fan my whole life. Then the first year after they moved to St. Louis, they won the championship, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like betrayed, you know. And then when they moved back, I fucking just didn't like them. I just didn't like them, and I just was never a Ram fan anymore. So, but growing up a Ram fan, when the Raiders were in LA, when they moved to LA, you had to hate the Raiders, and so I always hated the Raiders. Now since they moved here, I've never been to a game. I've never been to their stadium, but I want to go. You know what I'm saying? And I do pay attention to their games. And I mean, hopefully they're moving in the right direction. The one thing about Vegas is Vegas will not support losers. You know that. And
oh, for sure. And
like I tell everybody that we're so spoiled on the Knights that what's going to happen when in 10 years where we missed the playoff. I mean, I think that people love to play in Vegas, so we'll always get the free agents. But you know, you never know. You know, if they start losing, people won't go. You know, look at the Raiders. Yeah, the Raider games is like 70% the visitor team every game, from what I see on the news.
Well, it's hard to beat that kind of support, you know, from all the the people coming in town for the games.
Yeah. And once they start winning, they'll probably do what the Knights do. Like, you can't sell your tickets, you know. So we'll see how it goes. But
yeah, I wouldn't bet against Las Vegas. That's for sure.
I think, like, everybody's like, oh, the A's, the owner's cheap. I'm like, he's building a $1 billion stadium. If you don't think in 3 years that all those young kids that they drafted that are going to come up, just like Baltimore, how they've won 100 games the last 2 years, and then they're going to add. He's going to spend money in Vegas. Why would he spend money at the Oakland A's Coliseum, the worst stadium in the world? Like, in Vegas, they have to have a winner. They have to spend money. He's building the stadium in a casino complex, and when people come to their games, they'll make so much money just in the casino part of the stadium that they could spend the money like the Dodgers do. You know what I'm saying? I think they will.
Yeah, I think definitely they have the money advantage, and it's a big stage. You know, it's like
a huge
New
stage
York
on the Strip, dude.
Los Angeles.
And the truth of the matter is, I've always been an Oakland A's fan. When I'm not a Dodger fan. And why is that? Because I pulled for the little guy, right? Like, when the movie Moneyball came out, I was already like an A's fan. Like, even last year, there was 3 teams that made the playoffs. Like, 3 of the bottom 5 payrolls in Vegas in the baseball made the playoffs last year. And when you see that, when you see Cleveland and you see Baltimore and what was the other one that made the playoffs? Cleveland had the second lowest payroll. Baltimore and I'm having a brain thing here. Tampa Bay, did they make the playoffs last year or no? No, that was the year before. Yeah, I that's why I pull for shit like that. So I'm looking forward to when they move here. I'll be an A's fan for sure.
It's so funny. No one else wants to call in, but they want to complain about how dull this is in chat.
I know. Fuck them. I don't think it's dull at all. I appreciate the call, man. I'll see if I get another caller. And have a great weekend. I appreciate you calling.
Yeah, you too. And F you, chat. All right, talk to you later, bro.
Fuck the chat. We have one guy in there that is a retarded version of what's his name? Of Barry. We might have to kick his ass out for being such a fucking asshole in the chat. All right, talk to you later.
Adios. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Phase, all you do is talk shit. You know, it's all good, man. You could say whatever you want. Just don't like call names and shit like that. You know, Barry Young's an idiot, but you know, he doesn't call me names and say shit that's not about me, and that's not nice. All right, welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, Mike? How you been?
Good, man. Who's this?
This is Ned.
Hey, how you doing, Nick? Nice to hear from you.
Good. Hey, I just want to say that last guy was pretty boring.
It's okay. He was a very nice guy. It's okay. It's okay to be boring. But it's all. But
pretty
you know,
boring, man.
I kind of enjoyed his conversation. He seemed like a super nice guy.
Well, you might be the only one because no one else did.
Oh well, happens. So yeah. What's going on?
Well, hey, I just want to tell you, you're a fucking ass.
These people like they don't have any poker players that'll have live call-ins and talk to them. It's like they're Twitter trolls. They're just fucking. They have no life, dude. I feel bad for them. Anyways, I think I don't know. I think I've had enough of this bullshit. Barry put me in a bad mood because he can't come up with one truth. And all these fucking assholes calling in because they are just jack-offs. And nobody wants to be nice, and nobody can debate anything. They can't debate anything. They can't even talk. This generation, they're so hooked on their phones and their internet, they don't even know how to talk. Did you see the thing that came out? 61% of people 24 and under have never talked to a woman, never gone up to a woman, never dated a woman. These are the fucking trolls that probably call on my show. Can you imagine that? 61% never talked to at 24. At 24, I can't even imagine how many girls I was with. I'm not even a good-looking guy. But, yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad. 702-329-0480. Let's see what else is going on. I think I'm going to win one this year. It's funny. Last year I got off the meds, right? And I thought it was going to really help me. And it ended up really hurting me because my body wasn't used to not having them in my body. And then Danny's truck broke down for 3 weeks. And then my ex-girlfriend, who's one of my best friends, she was her best friend's brother and mother died. She had to stay in LA. So it was really tough. But I'll be good this year. Welcome to Mouthpiece, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Glenn, what's happening?
Who's this?
Glenn.
Glenn, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right. So I might have tuned in late. I didn't know if you had a topic tonight or if you were just talking about boring stuff.
Talking about poker. My last 2-3 weeks in poker, my health was just sucked. When we talked about the NCAA tournament, which I had the winner of. I have Rory to win tomorrow at 3.5 to 1 for 1,000, and yeah, that's pretty much been it. You know, then all the trolls want to talk politics, which I try not to talk politics, but like.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I was going to talk about the economy. I'm the gold silver guy.
Yeah. Okay. You know, what's your thoughts?
Gold's been having $100 days.
Yeah.
And
I'm a Bitcoin guy,
looking
man.
good.
I'm a Bitcoin guy.
Bitcoin's been on a roller coaster,
It's
but
been on one hell of a
strong.
roller coaster. You know, I've got some at 24,000 a coin. I got some at 65,000 a coin. You know, I talked to Brian Rast. I wish I would have listened to him. You know, he told me take every quarter I had when it was 24,000 and put it in Bitcoin. And
Yeah,
we talked for like
I was
an
in
hour.
Vegas. I was in Vegas playing poker when the Bitcoin was taken off, and there was a kid sitting 2 seats to my left, and he's on his phone, and I don't know if he sold or what, but he'd look at the ceiling and go, "Fucking Bitcoin."
I love it. People write Bitcoin has done.
When it was flying.
It's funny. Bitcoin has done crap, but it's only gone up just in 2 years 300%. Nothing else in the world's gone up that much, right?
Where
if you go
got
back
in
to 2017, in 7 years, it's gone up. Let's see, 1,000% times 4,000%. Okay, so like. Oh, you hope these are the Democrats. I hope Bitcoin goes to zero. You know why? Because Trump's all in on Bitcoin. See, they want to be worshipers of the government, and they want, because the dollar ain't going to be worth shit, and they probably have no money to invest in gold and silver.
That's why gold's skyrocketing right now.
What's gold at now?
To run like Bitcoin. Gold's hit all-time highs. It closed at 32 something. It depends.
Oh my God! I remember
there's a futures price and there's a spot price. If you're going to go buy a coin in a store,
I'm going to tell you a story. My
ahead.
mom and dad had, this is a true story, had $3,000 in gold Susan B. Anthony dollars. Okay, very rare coins. Yep. They sold. I mean, they had regular Susan B. Anthony dollars and gold ones. And gold was like $400 an ounce. My parents sold it all at $800 an ounce, $700. Now it's like $3,200, right?
A little over in the future.
Yeah, my parents had a lot of gold. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff my dad gave me before he passed away. Some really nice. That's probably worth a lot of money. You know, I've have it put away somewhere.
Yeah, don't keep it in a safe deposit box in a bank. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean,
if they do confiscate it again, those that's all going to be gone. So
what's Bitcoin?
Keep it hidden.
What's Bitcoin today? It was 83 yesterday. It's gone. It was down to like 70 like a week ago. It's been on a roller coaster.
85.
Oh, nice. So
85.
We went up 2,000 today. That's good. You know,
yeah.
I try to talk.
I'm not ruling it out.
I have.
And like I said, where'd you get in at it is really the thing with Bitcoin.
I lost 7,000 on Melania coin too.
Still
That's funny. Guy in the chat says I lost 7,000 on Melania coin. So did I. Right? I mean, I have friends that got in on the Trump coin and made 10 million. Right? I would have made. I would have made like 3 million. All I had to do is my best friend who does all my crypto. When it came out, he thought it was fake, right? You know how people pass fake coins, and he didn't think it was real. And then once he realized it was real, it had already gone up 10x, right? And we still could have bought in, and I could have doubled or tripled our money. But like, if my friend would have just jumped in when it first came out, like some certain name poker players did, I can't name them, but I could name 3 that made over 10 million on Trump coin. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not over. I mean, next week's going to be, like, my buddy just called me, and he says the bond market's cracking, and that's a big deal. The bond market's 7 times bigger than the stock market.
No shit. Well, that's one of the reasons why Trump backed off on the tariffs, right? Because he saw the bond market.
Your Bitcoin can still fly. I mean, I wouldn't rule it out.
Right now I have a bunch of money owed to me, and I just wish they would pay me in the next like week or two because I want to put it in Bitcoin. Because everything I read, don't be shocked if Bitcoin's 150K a coin in 2 weeks. Don't be shocked. That's all I'm saying.
It wouldn't surprise me.
You know,
I feel the same way about gold, though.
Yeah.
I'm all in on gold. Gold and silver.
I talked to a friend yesterday he's got a lot of money, right? Like, when I say a lot, it'd be close to almost 8 figures. And I said, dude, please trust me. Take $2 million, put it in Bitcoin, and then call me in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? But you can't
Did he
watch
tell you where he has it? I'm curious. I'd like to know where money keeps their money.
He fucks around in the market a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He'll short the market. He's a smart guy. Like he at one time lost like $5 million and went bankrupt about 15 years ago, and he learned a big lesson from it. You know what I mean? Like he thought that's another thing. Like with the markets, like these people, like they want to blame Trump, right? Well, Trump's great, whatever, but like, do they really think the stock market just goes straight up for 7 straight years and it'll just keep going? The markets have been like this for years. They go up and down, up and down, up and down. But for some reason, the last 10 years, all it does is go straight up, except for COVID. And everybody at COVID, if anybody had 100,000 to their name, and they put it in any dog shit stock they wanted after the COVID crash in March, April 2020, everyone went up 5x. Hi, baby.
You're right. Yep.
My little girl.
That's true.
You guys haven't seen my little girl. Look at Misty. Look how big Misty is, everybody. Yeah. So, like, I mean, I have a friend like Royal Caribbean went from like 121 to like 18. And my friend just put $100,000 in it, and then it went up to, it's like last I saw it was like 130. Any stock you wanted, every airline stock, all the cruise stocks that bottomed out, all went back up 10x. Okay, baby girl, you want to go? Everybody wanted to see how big you were. There you go. Yeah. So,
well, for what it's worth,
listen.
Crash, yeah.
I truly believe this. By the end of Trump's term, the stock market will be at all-time highs. I know it will be. Everybody just like the people that sell are just stupid or just don't have that much money and they're scared. You know, the market's fucking. There's this tech stocks, all this shit coming out, dude. This is just normal volatility, man. But listen, we'll see, man. You're right. Everybody that knows what they're talking about, all the smart business people, knows that China's been ripping us off for 20 fucking years. And if he gets 40% from China of what he's looking for, America will be 100 times stronger than it ever has been, and we will be a super power again, and Trump will go down as the greatest president of all time. Now, if he doesn't, and China doesn't give in at all, and it fucking just our economy and our dollar ends up like their dollar is right now, it could get really bad. But Trump's been saying since before he got elected, we're going to have 6 months of pain, and then we'll see what happens in 6 months. Like I tell everybody, call me in 6 months, and then you can say you were right or I was right. But I know that I'm going to end up being right because everything the media has said for the last 8 years, they've lied and been wrong about. Everything about COVID, all the conspiracy theorists were completely right. They were wrong. And everything Trump said has been right. So why would I think it would be different? It could be. I don't. You either believe in what the guy has been selling, or you don't. He's on the campaign trail for 2 years, the last 2 years, talking about the tariffs he was going to put on China. Yeah.
He's the first guy we've had that really has real world business experience.
Correct.
And which is a lot different than lawyers that want to fight over a third bathroom is going to save the country.
Right.
They want to play law games, and it's like you need a business guy now. And my take on Trump is he's laying the groundwork to go forward.
Agree.
And that's
100%.
why there's pain. You know, I mean, this crash was coming because the government is so stupid and wasted our money.
Dude, the waste. What's funny is all the waste and everything they find every day. They post it on the Doge website, but the Democrats, they watch fake news CNN and fake news MSNBC, and then they're like, Elon Musk is stealing our social security. No, he's not. Did you see I don't know if you watched the interview with Brett Baer, and he told all those people, all those really rich people that said they're giving back to the country with Doge, they're all working for nothing. You know, I mean, it's like they're changing the way, they're changing our trade policies. They're changing the global market. Like the Democrats will be like, we hate the healthcare companies, but Trump and Maha are fighting it. Now they love the healthcare companies. They hated war, but now they're pro-war because Trump's trying to end the war in Ukraine. It's just whatever their media tells them they go for, and they have no principles and they have nothing to run on. You either believe in somebody.
They have no solution to get us out of the
They have nothing.
Mess.
Like I said, I've offered $1,000 for the last 8 years to name one thing the Democrats have done to help the country, and not one person's been able to call. Can you imagine that? Not one thing.
You still got that $8,000, Mike?
Dude, the $1,000 I offered. You know what?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Okay.
You want to know what somebody called in and said? They go, well, they put in Juneteenth as a holiday. Juneteenth is made up. It's not anywhere in any history, and it's a holiday for what? For they want to change the freeing of the slaves, or the start of the country from 1776 to 1619 and Juneteenth or whatever. It's fucking bullshit. Dude, they do nothing. There's nothing they do.
I heard a rumor that Trump would bring us back to the gold standard. So our money, even in the Constitution, had to be gold and silver.
I mean,
and
think
about
that. Think about what he's doing. He is going to pass. He's going
to bring us back.
He is going to get passed
standard.
no matter what happens. This you can mark down. He will get passed in the next year. No tax on tips. Okay? Do you understand what no tax on tips is going to do for 40% of this country that works on tips?
I'll tell you what it'll do for Vegas.
Think what it's going to do for the economy. Think what it's going to do for the poor people. The people that work, like all those people that work tip jobs, in the restaurant business.
Sure.
But they're like, oh, no tax on tips. And the Democrats will be like, fuck Trump. No, I want tax on tips, motherfuckers. That's anything that he does, they want to go opposite. Because they don't.
Correct.
They hate him so much that they want the country to fail.
Even if it's a good thing,
Democrats want the country to fail.
Absolutely.
They want Trump to fail. We're like, when Biden took over, even though I knew he was brain dead, I was like, okay, he's going to be a centrist. He's not going to hurt the country, right? And then he went farther left than Obama because Obama was running the country, and everybody knows it. And once it comes out, it's going to be something. When they find out who was signing those EpiPens, because we know it wasn't Biden. But, hey, you know where his son Hunter's hiding out? I don't know.
South Africa. He picked a brick country.
Dude, we all know the cocaine in the White House was either Kamala's or his.
No, it was Hunter's. It had to be Hunter's.
It could have been Kamala's. Did you see Kamala like a week ago? She was so fucking high and drunk. She rubbed her nose at least 20 times. She was definitely on cocaine. That. Yeah. Oh, God, it was a horror show. But the truth of the matter is like they would never release it. Well, that's all documented. When's Trump going to release whose cocaine that was? Think about that. They found cocaine in the White House. You didn't know that was the biggest story for like 3 weeks.
No. I know they found it. I didn't know Trump was going to release.
No, I said I wish he would release it. Like because they hid it from the press. And the press,
the investigation is probably enough.
Well, we don't have a real press. If we had a real press and a story like that comes out in the most secure room in the world of the West Wing, whatever, they found a bag of cocaine, and the fact that they didn't even have to release that they found this, but because it was found by a random person, it got leaked to the press, and the press didn't even give a fuck whose it was. Like, you should fucking know when there's an illegal drug found in the most secure house in the world, right? Whose it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all been documented, so Trump probably already knows who it was. I think this should be released, just like the Epstein shit should all be released. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's
But
another
anyway,
thing.
July 4th, 2000, and well, it's the 250th birthday. That's the rumor. He's going to pick that day because it'll be symbolic that we're going back on the gold standard.
I mean, having Trump be in charge of the country on the 250th anniversary and having him in charge of the country for the Olympics in LA is going to be huge. And listen, we'll see what happens. I have I forgot to say, somebody said something in the chat, but I have a poker game dinner with Ted Cruz on April the 26th. I do it to fundraiser / poker game. Yeah, I do it every year.
In Vegas?
Yeah. So he's going to be out here, and he's a super nice guy. But actually, he's probably I've met three really high-end people, powerful people in the world where I've had dinner with, shot the shit with for hours, and they're all really good people. The three of them.
Do you soft play those games, or do you play them like you?
No,
play
I soft play. I soft play in the game.
Yeah.
I soft play in the game. I'm playing with really, really, really wealthy people. Like the people the last 2 years that I've gone on this fundraiser with. I mean, the people in the room, there's like 16. We have 2 poker games going and a dinner. Those 16 people, I don't know, what's our GDP? There might be like 10% of our GDP. I mean,
is there like special security? Is it a pain in the ass?
Yeah. I mean, there's security to get into the private game that we're in, yeah. But like, and they have security. They have security. Yeah. I mean, when you're with a senator, there's security at all times around them. You don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't see it.
Right.
But they're walking behind. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think, so you're dealing with, I mean, wealthy people that are worth, I mean, I one time, I asked one of the assistants that puts the fundraiser together, I said, how much do you think everybody's worth in here? 100 billion? And the person said, you're not even close, Mike, way higher. So like 16 people are higher than 100 billion. That's pretty, I don't want to sound like Phil Hellmuth and talk about billionaires, so I don't do that, but like, because I don't care what you're worth. I don't care about people who have money. I care about what kind of person you are, and most people I meet, like, I'm very good friends with Billy Long, who has been nominated to be the head of the IRS. If Trump doesn't abolish the IRS. Boy, if Trump abolished the IRS, the Democrats would be like, what the fuck? We want our taxes. We want to pay taxes.
I'll tell you, man, I'd love to see some tax reform. It's a fucking nightmare.
It is. There shouldn't be.
It's ridiculous.
And another thing, Trump wants to close all the loopholes on all the rich people. That's why they hate him. It's like, why should the poor people have to pay X, Y, and Z, and they don't know how, because there's no tax breaks for them. It comes right out of their paycheck. Yeah. And the rich people get all these fucking tax breaks, that through the tax code. I mean, Trump's been saying forever, like, he wants to change the tax code so all the billionaires can't cheat like he does. I mean, he admits it. He admitted it. He goes, yeah, me and you and all your donors, we all fucking get the same breaks. You just don't want to admit it. It's like, I don't know if you ever seen the Dave Chappelle talking about Trump. He's like, think about that. That motherfucker went on stage and said, you didn't pay your taxes. Yeah, because I'm smart. Think about that. He said that to 100 and something million people, right? Like, how much more transparent you want the guy to be? But they all get, they need to change the tax
code. I'll tell you, if we all go through some pain, he's in it with us. I mean, he's watching his portfolio go down too.
Yeah, no
shit. He's a good. I like Trump. I got nothing against him, and I'm rooting for him.
I agree. Somebody said there should be a 10% flat tax. I'm fine with a 15% flat tax rate. That'd be great. A 15% flat tax rate.
Yeah.
There's so much bullshit, man. Well, listen, he's done more in 3 months than any president's done in usually their whole 8-year term, because he knows he has 2 years. He's got basically, if things go well in the 2 years, they're going to win the House. We're going to have, we might even get to 60 Senate seats. Like the seats that are coming up all favor the Republicans to pick up at least 4 more seats. But like if things are good and we hold the House and Senate again, and Trump's able to go a whole 4 years, he will change the country for the better.
Mike thinks he can't stop the crash. He's laying the foundation to give us some solid footing to get through it.
I know this sounds crazy, but you probably agree with me. And a lot of people, I think he's crashing the market on purpose, because if you look the other day, right, he's trying to overdo a 1930 Supreme Court ruling where how the Fed is independent from the judiciary. Well, that was that was passed in 1930 by the Supreme Court. And now it's going before the Supreme Court. And if he overturns it, he could fire Jerome Powell. He wants those interest rates back at 2%, not 6 and 7%, right? So then, poor people, people that are not just brainwashed Democrats, people that have can go out and literally buy a house. He wants to get the housing prices down. He's doing the tariffs for the dairy farmers to get our products down so that the groceries are going down, right? Which they already have. Like gas is like $3.14 a gallon now, but it's probably less. It'll be less in a couple of weeks if the market keeps going down. But he even said it. It's like I believe in him, dude. So we'll see what happens. And if I'm wrong, when fucking assfuck Barry runs his mouth on here, I'll be like, "You were right. I was wrong." I'm sorry. I'm not like them, right?
He's the best shot we got, buddy.
He's the best shot we got. He is the best shot we got. And if he does well, see, I believe I don't understand. See, in this country, we need 2 healthy parties. We really do. You can't have one that's completely insane and then one that's working for the people. And so if I was a Democrat, right, and you'll probably agree with me, I would be 100% behind what Elon Musk is doing. I would say, well, you don't have to like Trump, but the fact that he's getting rid of all this waste, and he posts, I don't know if you see the post that he puts, the videos, he does it every day about Obama talking about getting rid of all the waste in government, and his presidency, he's going to get rid of all the waste. Everything that Trump says, right? Everything that Doge is doing, right? If I was a Democrat, I would get behind them and say, this is a good thing. This is really good. You see what I'm saying? So not only does that brings the country together, right? That both sides think that this is a good thing. I think them going after Elon and making him, it's now Elon derangement syndrome. It's like they don't even give a fuck about Trump anymore. It's just like all Elon, right? Why is it Elon? Because he owns a free speech platform that they can't censor. They've been caught censoring. Even Mark Zuckerberg admitted what they did, and he has the biggest platform for news. And so when you're able to, he who controls the media controls the world. So that's why he's public enemy number 1. He's
shutting down all their whole money
laundering scheme.
Remember when he did the NGOs?
Yeah,
that got
was incredible.
Their attention.
But no, the people on the left, they don't watch that because they watch their media. They don't even know. They don't pay attention. They're like, oh, he's not showing any waste or fraud. That's all fake. It's like, no, it's not. It's like they're so brainwashed. They won't even look for themselves. Like, it's a good thing. Anybody that's against what Doge is doing, you just don't love your country, or you just don't like money. You like people ripping you off, I guess. Yeah. I can't even believe the shit they've shown.
All right, man. Hey
man, thanks for calling, man. Have a good one.
On tonight. It was funny because I was just thinking, hey, I haven't seen Mike's show in a while.
Yeah, I apologize, man.
Flipping through my YouTube, and then my phone lights up. You're doing a podcast.
I was really sick, and I still am. You know, I got on this fucking podcast tonight. I said, I've got to do a podcast. I've got to talk to my people in the world and see how they're doing. And I appreciate the call, man. Thanks for calling.
All right. You take care, Mike.
All right, later. There he goes. There he goes. Mr. MSNBC, where's the proof? He doesn't even go on the stage. He doesn't even read it. I mean, they break it down. They show every one that they found. Where's the proof? Where's the proof that we're stealing all your money? Where's the proof? So ridiculous. 702-329-0480. I'll take another call. And welcome to Mouthpieces, Mike. I can't deal with this one guy. Birthed by Nazis, dude. Nazis. Come up with just shit they don't even... Can't. Hello? Yo.
What's up?
What's up? Who's this?
This is Matt from Missouri. What's up? Is this Mike the Mouse?
Yeah, are you here to fucking call me names, or what do you want?
No, man, I'm a huge fan.
Oh, nice to hear from you.
Yeah. I'm not calling to...
Oh, I thought you were another troll. I'm sorry. I've had like 2 trolls today.
Oh, no.
So, from Missouri, man, how's it going out there?
It's raining a lot.
Yeah. You playing any poker?
The middle of the country, you know? It's like... Sometimes it's freezing, sometimes it's hot.
Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about moving down to Middle America. I mean, you can get yourself nice old, place in the country with a big old house for like $1 million, and you could just enjoy your life. Like what's $1 million? What's $1 million in Middle America would be $5 million in Vegas and $20 million in LA. You know?
Oh, you'd live like a king.
I know.
Everybody's moving down here, buying up property. We got like resorts opening all around our house right now.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's coming out this way.
I mean, I don't blame them.
You know the Ozarks? I don't know if you ever watched that show,
yeah.
Ozarks.
Yeah, they built that whole area up, right? It used to be like a dump,
Yeah,
right?
I'm in that area.
Like after the show came out, that like they decided they're going to make this like a tourist like attraction, and that was like a very poor area in Missouri, correct? And now it's booming.
Yeah, you can't make any money out here.
And now it's booming, that whole area, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
from where it was.
Not really.
But I heard it's doing.
I mean, you got St. Louis, you got Kansas City. Those are pretty rough cities.
I mean, my good friend.
I don't know if you.
My good friend Billy Long, who's in politics, he's going to be the head of Trump's IRS. He lives in Missouri. He used to be the congressman of Missouri, and he lives a pretty good life.
Yeah, we got Josh Hawley.
Yeah, he lives a pretty good life out there in Middle America. I mean, he's not one of the fake people that stole millions of dollars and shit. Like, he has a nice house, nice in Middle America, and one of the best people you ever meet. So. Yeah.
The people that own Walmart, Stan Kroenke.
Yeah. Well, the Kroenkes, they own the Dallas.
They're from this area.
Yeah, they own the Denver Nuggets. Like they just because I was reading, I didn't know when they fired Malone the other week that the Kroenkes own the Nuggets, the Avalanche, the Rams,
he owns everything.
The Rams and some.
Yeah, I got a
team.
story. I worked with a pool guy who did his pool in Colombia, and he was telling me a story about Stan. He said he bought a ranch up in Canada.
Okay.
And he's like, "Yeah, Stan, why'd you buy a ranch out in Canada?" And he's like, "Well, I bought it for $30 million. I was just seeing if I can make some money off of it.
Yeah.
Like just $30 million, just to see if he can make some money off of it, you know." So, yeah, it's crazy money that these guys like that have.
Yeah.
Got that Trump money, you know.
I know.
But yeah, huge fan, man. I've watched a bunch of your videos. You've cracked me up.
Thanks, buddy.
Like, yeah, like when that one guy like slow rolled you, you know, just not to laugh at your misery and stuff like that, and that's not where I'm coming from. I'm just saying, like, all of it has just been entertaining, and I've just been a big fan for about 10 years now, just watching all your stuff.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, World Series starts in 6 weeks. I'll be vlogging every day. Hopefully Danny will be able to get the vlogs out like daily, or at least every 2 days.
Yeah.
And so people, the one thing that Daniel, like, I used to have better vlogs than Daniel, and then I was getting like way too many views, more than him, so he hired like a professional where he got his vlogs out every single day. But Danny does a good job. He was like, last year it was tough because his truck broke down twice for like 2 weeks, and it was like a nightmare.
Yeah.
So, but my vlogs will be good, man. They're always good. And I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do a lot more table vlogs with the phone that I've never done, and I'm gonna do this year with a different camera. So I'm gonna use my 360 camera or the one I use on my scooter, and then I'm gonna have another camera on my phone, and I'm just gonna like I'm gonna show a lot more hands this year and a lot more of the players. So.
Right. Is it going to be something that you're going to be doing yourself, or do you got a crew to like do all the edits and stuff?
Yeah, the guy who runs my podcast is sitting next to me, Danny. He does all the editing. And
right on.
Yeah, so we're planning on doing that, and it'll be good. I'm looking. I know.
Hell yeah.
I know I'm gonna have a big World Series this year as long as I get this health issue I'm dealing with fixed. I mean, they said 4 to 6 weeks. It's only been 3. If I'm still dealing with pain in 3 weeks, then I'll worry. We'll go from there. But I feel pretty good. Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying, but my dad's the same way. He's got tons of back problems and takes a bunch of pills.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not even my back. I developed some kind of intestinal problem that has really fucked me up.
Okay.
And it's caused just the most insane pain in every part of my body, and they couldn't figure out what was causing it, and now they have, and the pain is still there, but they said it's going to get better in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So I'm just sitting home. I'm laying in bed. I don't even move. Being able to not move and stuff. Dude, walking over to my office to do the podcast today, I was screaming in pain. The pain was so bad. Now that I'm sitting here, I haven't.
Dude, I'm around my dad all the time. It's hard for him to get from the couch to the sink without. Man. It's just hard to move. I totally get that.
I mean, that's what the new sickness I have. I mean, if you go and watch my documentary, have you seen my documentary?
No, okay. I haven't.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon. Yeah. You can rent it on Amazon Prime for $2.99 or buy it for $9.99. But go to Amazon Prime and check it out, man. It's doing really well. As a matter of fact,
it's cheaper to buy than to rent?
No, it's $9.99 to buy, $2.99 to rent. And it's doing really well.
Oh.
And we talked to the people that are distributing it, and they're taking it to the Cannes Film Festival this week. So I guess the Cannes Film Festival starts Monday, and it runs for like 10 to 14 days, and then they're going to feature my film, and then the Cannes Film Festival, right? All the small documentaries that's watched by like all the big critics and filmmakers in the world, and so which I know it's going to get a pretty good score because it's pretty good. If it gets
I've seen some of it pop up on my algorithm.
Yeah, if it
it's getting attention. Yeah,
if it can go viral, and we saw one of the top movie raters. Well, whoever you think the top person that rates movies that's well known is supposed to rate my movie next week. So. So you know should know who that person is. There's only
Roger Ebert.
Yes, there you go. And so I got an email with him last week that he was going to be looking at my movie this week or the next.
Oh, wow.
So, even
That's
though, and it's done really well on Amazon Prime, but it needs the Cannes Film Festival because that's where like private documentaries get really big. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it is. I think, listen, when you first watch something, right? Like the first time you watch it, if it makes you emotional, then you know it's good, right? And the first 3 times I watched, now I've watched my documentary 30 times, but the first 3 times I watched it, I cried all 3 times. So, like...
Your own documentary?
Yeah. And so that's how I know it was good. And listen, when he put it together, and Danny, my editor here, he helped put it together. But like, even you didn't think it was going to be that good when you first saw it, right, Danny? No. I didn't expect anything like what it ended up. Like, because I know...
Dude, good documentary is awesome.
Yeah, I mean...
the last one I want... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, we film 16 hours a day for 6 weeks in 2021 and another 2 weeks in 2022 and another week at the Win in 2023. So, like, we film 16 hours a day, 11 weeks worth of footage to get into a 2-hour movie, right? So you don't...
That's grinding.
Well, you knew what you filmed, right? But you had no idea how it was going to be put together. None. I had no idea. I was like, oh, this is going to be in here, and this is going to be in here, and this is going to be in here, right? And so many things that would take us hours to like film and stuff, but never saw the cut. And so like things that end up being in there that you didn't even remember even filming, ends up being really good. You know what I mean? I like.
No, I'm gonna buy it. I've been meaning to get around. Honestly, I just, you got so much content out there. You got so much things grabbing your attention. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out.
Yeah, I was
the last documentary that did you ever watch The Last Dance?
I haven't watched.
Jordan
I haven't watched all 10 episodes. I watched like 4 or 5 of them. I've never really. It was good, right?
It hooked me, man. I was sitting there with my girlfriend. We were just. I couldn't stop, and I was like, "How did they film it to where it's like it was filmed yesterday? Like the way they edited it and all that stuff."
I've watched. I think I've watched 3 or 4 of the segments. I've never. I've been always wanting to watch it. Right. I just started watching.
Right.
And I've been binge watching. We got involved with. It's called the Happy Face Killer and it's on Paramount. And I didn't even know it was a real story, right? But I kind of got a little bit addicted to that. I was watching that. Like when Ozark came out, like you were talking about, I fucking was nonstop.
Missouri, baby.
That was crazy how how hooked I was.
I've never even watched that show. I'm from this area and I never watched that shit.
Well, I mean, season 1 is incredible, right? Season 2 is good. And season 3 kind of sucked. The last one was good. It kind of takes you off character. Like the woman who plays the girl, she got every award, and deservingly so. She was amazing. The blonde girl.
Oh, nice.
I loved it. I got addicted to it. Somebody got me into it. When something comes out on Netflix that's got like multiple parts, I like binge watch they're like 30-minute segments.
Right.
I just binge watch the whole year.
Yellowstone or like
all
1892.
That shit. All of it,
Was that guy with the big mustache?
Yeah.
I don't forget his name. That Western guy.
You talking about
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, it's all good, man. But you know what really sucks right now is like once Netflix started making money and then they got 1 million streaming services and now they charge you fucking an extra $7.99 for everything.
It's bullshit.
Dude,
it's bullshit. The last thing I watched on Netflix was the Mike Tyson fight.
That was,
but I don't watch any like.
I made 10 grand on that fight, and I should have made 300. It was obviously going to be the biggest fixed job ever because there's no money to be made if Tyson won. And dude, they're best friends. Did you see them like?
It was such. Oh man, it was so bad.
It was at least the Mayweather Conor McGregor fight was.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Well, we knew that was all the poker players took their entire net worth and bet it on Mayweather. Like literally, like that line opened at 14-1, which is about the right price. Man, the right price is probably about 50-1, but it opened 14-1, and all the Conor McGregor fans they bet that down to 3-1. You had to lay 3-1 on the best defensive boxer that ever lived versus a guy that's never fought one time. That's never fought one time.
Yeah.
Right.
He was never going to lose.
Right.
I mean,
just like Logan Paul, right? He's not a good fighter, but he's a big marketer. He's made millions and millions marketing himself, and he marketed.
Yeah,
it was all about getting Mike Tyson a $20 million paycheck because he was, because he's been hurting for money for many years, And rightfully, Mike Tyson's a great guy. So I met him once, spent like 3 hours talking to him, and so
Mike
I know
Tyson?
I know he's a good guy.
Oh man!
Like he said to me during our talk, I don't want to talk about what we talked about, but the one thing he brought up was, Mike, I never raped that woman. That's all I can tell you.
No.
And I knew it. Anybody that followed
I watched so many videos. I watched all his interviews.
Yeah.
The way he talked about it, the way he carries himself.
Dude,
you just know.
I mean, his exact words were, Mike.
And Mike didn't do it.
Yeah, his exact words were, Mike, I've done a lot of bad things in my life. A lot. Things that I can't even talk about. But I can tell you one thing, I never raped that woman. But I knew it when it all came out. They were setting him up, dude.
They were all after him. He was just like,
yeah,
man, I've never seen.
Don King stole $300 million.
So
Don King stole $300 million from him. Yeah.
Oh,
so I was, I knew it was fake, and I should have made. I kept telling everybody it was Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather 2, and this was a once in a lifetime betting opportunity, and you only had to lay like 260. Yeah, even less. I bet 26,000.
Yeah, I can't believe anybody was taking those bets.
Oh, dude, that was big. Dude, they even had, there was big betting being bet on the Sean Perry versus Mickey Mays bullshit that they've been throwing around on social media.
I don't know anything about that.
Well, I'll just Sean Perry's a phony fake, and they decided to fight, and like they made Mickey Mays the favorite, and it got bet up to like Sean Perry minus $1.60 from the other side minus 140, and the poker players had more money on that fight on Sean Perry than they did on the Mayweather fight. This is what I was told. I didn't even know nothing about it, by the way. I saw clips. I don't want to repeat. I'll call him SP name because I think he's a con artist. I think he's a bad guy, and I don't like anything he does. I met him once. I'm very good friends with his parents. I don't like what he's become, and I'll tell it like it is. I don't like. It's just phony and fake. He gets a suitcase and brings it to Circa. I want to bet $1 million, and they only want to let me bet 20. Well, no shit, dude. You knew before you get there you can only bet 20,000.
All in $6 million.
It's a joke, right? Like when he had that Duke bet. He had a Duke for he bet 200,000 and win 142, whatever it was, and he said, "I got $1 million on Duke," but the $1 million is not his money, but the 200,000, the 100,000 he lost was, But he's
it's crazy money.
He's a fake phony. It's just like do anything for content. I just don't like fake phony people. Just be real, dude. Be real.
Yeah. In 2025, I mean, you can see right through it.
Well, that's
does it matter how much money are you really going to make?
Right. That's why people don't really they want to make why did Trump win and Kamala lost? Because every time she opened her mouth, it was word salad, and she would just repeat a talking point over and over.
Man.
She didn't even have her own sense.
She got the votes that she got.
Well, they had not. Because the Democrats are all about identity politics. They couldn't overlook a black, which is not even black, she's Indian, but a black female, and put somebody else to run. When she had an approval rating of 22% as a vice president, lowest by anybody in history. And in 3 weeks,
she's an alcoholic.
Right, she's a drug addict too, dude. She's an alcoholic and a drug addict.
No, for real.
I mean, there's no way, dude. She's definitely doing drugs too, because I've watched her rub that nose 100 fucking times, and she's always drunk. You know, like
I used to. I would comment like right before the election. I'd be like, Kamala, make sure you get all your fucking whiskey bottles and all your beer cans out of JD Vance's office. Make sure it's spotless. You know, I kept like saying stuff like that because it's like it was. Hello.
Yeah. And but like even when Bill Maher came back from the White House, right? He's like, you don't have to like the guy, and I'm not a big fan. Like he's like, and I'll keep ripping on him and making fun of him, but like, at least he fucking is real. Like he says what he's gonna do and he does it. He's the most transparent. He tells you every day what they're doing, and he literally
they can't handle it.
They can't take it because
all these Trump haters. Deep down they love Trump more than like anybody who would vote for Trump does.
Right.
Like you can't, like in a very sick way. They're like obsessed, but it's like a very toxic love. Like
they can't. Here's what they can't do. They cannot. They can't see past his personality, which I used to love.
Yeah.
Then I went through a period where I was really down on him, and then they tried to put him in jail with phony, and Trump made up charges and just take him out, and that's when I went all in on him, and it was obvious what they were doing, and so I used to laugh. The 3:15. I miss the 3:15 a.m. tweets when he's on the shitter. Like he doesn't do that anymore.
Talk shit to North Korea,
dude. He doesn't do that anymore, which kind of sucks. And I know Elon's kind of leveled him out. Like he doesn't get near as upset anymore because here's what his first term.
I think it's age too.
Nah,
he's getting older.
In his first term, he didn't think he was going to win. He didn't know anybody. He didn't know anything, and he thought that if he does X, Y, and Z for the country, the Democrats will love him, right? And he'll bring the country together. But now he realizes, no matter what he says or does, the Democrats. If he cured cancer tomorrow, people like Barry Wong would be like, "Fuck cancer, man! I wish they brought cancer back." That's what they would do. They wouldn't
CNN, say MSNBC. They'd all just be talking shit.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They could never.
They'd spin it some way.
But that's what Elon says the same thing. How dishonest the press is. Like, how could you root for? I truly believe this. Like, even they could keep hating Trump. They could keep talking shit. But like, the only way the Democrats' approval rating from like 10%, which it was 27% 3 weeks ago, is if they need to be on board with something the administration does, right? Because they won the popular vote, they won every swing state, they fucking won all but 3 counties in the country. Counties moved right.
Right.
So if all but 3 counties, and there's 1,651 counties in the country, moved right.
Oklahoma was like all red.
Right? That means that nobody's buying what you're selling, and you need to see what the other side is selling that you can agree with. And the easiest thing for the Democrats to do is agree with what Elon Musk is doing with Doge. Like, they wanted to do it 10 years ago, right? And it's like, that's the best thing to do. And then they could rip on Trump if the tariffs are going bad. They could rip. There's so many things that you can do that Trump hangs himself on, right? But like, when there's something good for both sides, like, this is something that Democrats should dig into. Like, I believe if they just, instead of making up shit, he's going after Social Security, which is all lies, right? Like, he came out in a big interview with all the people in Doge. He explained everything they do. They do it not once, not twice, but thrice, 3 times, to make sure they don't make a mistake.
Yeah.
He said, and they made some mistakes, and they fix it, It's crazy.
Well, it comes down to, at the end of the day, he's a white man.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
They hated, like, I don't know if you followed it during the Mitt Romney
I didn't. I wasn't
Mitt Romney
political, but I remember. I heard about it.
It should have been a slam dunk for Mitt Romney. Obama was unpopular. He sucked during the debates.
I heard the same
Mitt
thing. Mitt Romney, didn't he hang himself in one of the debates?
Yeah, he said something about how like 47% of America will vote.
Right.
He pretty much did
He did what Hillary did with the
deplorable thing.
Yeah, with the deplorable thing. That's what I heard. Yeah. And and then you get to realize that Mitt Romney was a fake and a phony, right? And Trump exposed him.
He sucks.
And
he lost.
Yeah, he
and
lost.
That's why Trump ran.
Yeah,
he
Trump
was
put all his money behind Mitt Romney.
John McCain get their ass kicked, and he was like, none of these guys, you can't beat Barack Hussein Obama. He's like, I'm putting my hat in. I'm doing this. Let's go. That's what happened. And all these other guys.
I can't wait to find out. I can't wait when he exposes who was running the country the last 4 years and who signed all the EpiPens. And not the EpiPens.
It's got to be Obama.
It's got to be Obama, right? I agree.
Mike.
I think it has to be, right? But
Big Mike.
I mean, I don't believe that. By the way, that's one conspiracy. Every conspiracy
you
comes
don't believe
through.
That?
No, I don't. But every
it's hilarious.
Everything that it is funny because all the memes make me laugh. But every conspiracy on our side has all come true. Every fucking one. Anybody that's watched my show since before COVID, when I said COVID was released on purpose to put the mail-in ballots to allow them to steal the 2020 election, I've only said it a million times, right? And it's like it's already been proven that it was now released from a lab, and they will. It'll come out that it was done on purpose because, look what they did, dude.
And you know what? Like the January 6th protests.
Yeah.
Like if you were there, like you would have seen a bunch of people protesting. A lot of it was about the mask and about COVID.
Dude, if we weren't sick, we were going to go.
A lot of it was about stop the steal, but a big majority of it was about the lockdowns and COVID and the mask, but they don't ever want to talk about that. They want to talk about the people that went in and
there was
and that.
They
don't want to talk about.
There was 950,000 people there, right? And there was
I was there.
There was 3,000 went into the Capitol, and there was 50 bad apples. Not even that many, 30.
Well, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know there was that many that went in. I wasn't one that went in or anything, but.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
I mean, I would have been there, and they locked up everybody for trespassing, whether you went in or not. Dude, they were fucking. They literally, people don't even know, the people on the left, because they don't watch media, don't even know, when he gave a pardon to all those January 6ers, they put the guy, the head of the Proud Boys, that wasn't even there, because he talked on social media about storming the Capitol. Dude, it's free speech. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing in Britain. If you say something on the internet, they come to your house and arrest you.
Oh yeah, those videos, that news has been going crazy with these people getting arrested.
They're insane, dude. They're insane. But the truth.
And then that Starmer guy's like, yeah, we have freedom of speech.
Yeah,
I can't do a British accent, but he was like, I'm
He's
proud that we have a freedom of speech. It's like, no, you don't have freedom of speech. You got cops running up old people's.
Look what the idiot in Canada did to those truckers. He not only did he put them all in jail, he froze all their bank accounts.
Trudeau
for
didn't he resign?
But all because they didn't want to take the vaccine. They crossed the border. The truckers. Think about what they did in COVID. Anybody that watched COVID and know what the governments around the world did, how could you side with them? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What did Trump do? He reinstated every person in the military that got fired for not taking the vaccine with back pay. Of course, the Democrats hate that too, right? How could you be against that? How could you be people can't just admit one thing? We were right, they were wrong. Even Trump was wrong when it came to the vaccine, right? No, not taking the vaccine.
Yeah,
right. The people who didn't take the vaccine, which I know 10 of them, 9 of them never got COVID. And when they did, it was nothing. The people who took the vaccine had worst. And how about all the vaccine injuries? Like, people need to be held accountable.
And how fast it came out. Like, COVID happened, and then what? A couple months later, here's a vaccine.
Deborah
like,
Birx is seen. There was a video that came out yesterday. I was seeing her that, like, they knew that the vaccine didn't stop the spread of COVID. Yet the media pushed it like it did. Like, just for that, all those people that said that should be in jail, right? Listen.
It was so messed up. I had friends in the military. I'm prior service, too. I spent 12 years. But I had friends. I got out in 2019, and there was guys that, like, you know, you had to, like, write a letter. You know, a lot of them use religion. Like, it's against my religion to take, you know, any sort of vaccine, which I thought it was. I'm like, if it is because of your religion, that's cool.
My
but, like,
cousin,
you know, be honest about it.
My cousin has a 13-year-old daughter. She she eats all organic food since she was born. She never has had one vaccine in her life. Guess how many days she's been sick in her life? How many days do you think she's been sick?
She's had no vaccines at all?
Not one vaccine. Zero. Eats all organic food.
Oh, if she's eating like that, she's probably healthier than most Americans.
She's had 6 days in her life. Zero COVID.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. They did get COVID. She did get COVID once because
sodas and
her dad got COVID, didn't know he had COVID, brought it home. She got COVID once. That's the only 6 days. For like 3 days it lasted. So, like, give me a break. Like, that's when I started eating healthy. Like I never really ate healthy. Like, I get 3 meals a day. My guy brought my meals today over, you know, and I eat 3 meals a day. I eat good. Like, when I saw, like, Robert F. Kennedy, like, running with Trump and leaving the like, people don't realize this guy was all in for the Democrats. Like, his running mate, the girl that ran as his VP, she fucking was out on the trail pushing for Warnock and the other guy in Georgia so they could get the Senate seat. And then what did Warnock do? Say bad shit about RFK during the hearings. Like, she is woke up to everything. Like, once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's the bottom line. And, you know, when you believe, like, yeah, I want to help people too. I want to be on the side of, you know, helping the poor, helping all that. But, like, when you realize that everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie, and listen, the right lies a lot too, but they don't really lie. They exaggerate, right? Like, Trump will be like, there's 20,000 people at there was 50,000 people at my inauguration, and there was 10. Like, Trump takes whatever the number it was, and he times it by 3 to 4, right? But, like, they don't really lie. Like, I caught Trump in many a lies when he was president before. Like, if you're a poker player, you know when he's lying, dude. But he never lied. They never cared about all the little lies he did. They cared when he told the truth. Like, when he came out about the military-industrial complex, right? And how, all the money they make for war, right? That's what they cared about.
Right.
You know? They care about their money. They don't give a fuck. If Trump's going to hurt their pocket.
What do you think about Iran?
Well,
I think that's where we're headed.
I had a $10,000 bet that Biden was going to start World War III and he was going to bomb Iran. Okay? And I lost. Okay? I also bet he would not run again, that he was going to be removed as president, because I knew how bad his cognitive decline is. And how about all the left media running on, oh my God, this is like and now they're like, we knew, but we didn't want to say anything. Like, anybody with a brain except except my Democrat friends in my chat knew that Biden was completely cognitive declined. You know, I mean, he's never even like had an interview since
he couldn't say a single sentence. Like, there wasn't one speech where he didn't screw up like 7 or 8 times. Like,
right. And Kamala,
I don't know how we got through.
Well,
I don't know how he did it.
I don't know how he did either.
It makes me proud as an American. Like, I'm so proud to be American that we survived Biden. Like, we survived that. We got through it. That was the worst I could.
Well,
like, if somebody's like,
Obama said
you can think of in your head. And
Obama said he'd have
Biden.
He said he'd have a third term if he didn't have to be in the White House and he could just run things from behind the scenes and have a front man. And that's what Biden was. You know that if you remember the one time Obama went to the White House, there was like 100 people around Obama, and Biden was walking in circles by himself. And Biden's the president of the United States, right? You know how many times Sean Pierre, whatever her name, called Biden Obama?
Man.
Because she knew she was working for Obama.
Yeah.
You know? And that's kind of illegal. And if they can expose that, they could put them all in jail. And Trump wants retribution.
Yeah.
He wants retribution. He's going to get it.
He's got to get it. Somebody has to go to jail because after all, like, he was playing nice guy that first term. And
He came in guns fucking blazing. But he knows he's got to get the things he promised on the campaign trail, right? He's got to get no tax on tips passed. That is going to change everything, right? He's got to he's got to win this trade war, right? Like he said, 6 months of pain. You know, it's 6 months. If all the prices haven't gone down and everything if he doesn't win the trade war, his presidency, no matter what happens, will be looked at. But I believe he's going to win it.
This is what he's been doing. He knows this stuff. This is what he's been doing for like 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anybody is going to,
if you follow like Phil's buddy,
it's going to be
David Sachs and the All In podcast and Chamath and all them. Like Chamath came out with a video the other day. Like he said, I was the biggest Democrat donor in the country, and I couldn't get an invite to the White House. And when I did get to meet Obama once, like they treated me like I'm the donor, and they didn't give a fuck about me. Right? He goes, Trump, I just go right on in to the White House. They ask me questions, what I think's good. They ask me if this is good for the country, right? And they talk about the tariffs, like what's good, what's bad, and he thinks it's going to be good against China. Elon's against it. If you follow David Sachs, right? He's like one of Trump's right-hand mans. He's in charge of crypto for the Trump administration. But
he's so much into crypto.
Yeah. So like all of Phil's buddies that he plays poker with, like these are all now big-time people in the Trump Trump White House. And I know a lot of people in the Trump White House too. So it's like I know like two people. But, it's like, listen, when you vote for somebody, you have to believe in what they're selling, right? Whether you liked Obama or not, he ran on hope and change, right? And people fell for it. Right. They believed it, right? All the people of color believed he was going to change their life. When he ended up turning race relations back, 10x were where it was in 2008. It's 10 times worse. Just look at the data, right? They use the word racism now like 1,000 times more that was ever mentioned in 2008, right? So like,
I fell for it.
I didn't vote, but I fell for it.
President. I was sitting there rapping with Young Jeezy, my president is black and all this.
Yeah.
And I was in Ybor City. I was trying to get my boys. I'm like, let's go to Ybor City. It's going to be popping. Obama just got, elected. We go to Ybor City and there's like nothing going on. But anyway.
It's like this, right? If the biggest Democratic donor, let's just say Chamath, okay, Elon, these guys were on the far left, right? Tulsi Gabbard was like the head of the chair of the DNC in 2016, 2015, whatever, right? Like RFK goes all in for the Democrats his whole life, right? If people like that and Nicole Shanahan, right, and they switch sides, right, people of tremendous power move to the other side, you have to ask yourself, why, right? Just like, that's how like people like Daniel and Phil and people that like in 2016, Daniel wanted to kill me for voting for Trump, and let's just look at it this way, like he fucking sees the light, like once you see the light and you realize you've been lied to. Prahlad Friedman, he's out of his mind. Him and Bonomo, they're crazy.
Yeah, I heard some stuff about him.
They're crazy, dude. They're like they're the Dan Blitzerians of the world. Like Dan Blitzerian and Justin Bonomo are two of a kind. They both hate Israel. They're both on the extreme left and extreme right, and then they start tweeting at each other like they're best friends.
Palestine.
Yeah, because I don't talk to Dan anymore, but when he came out like this, like, I hate every Jew, I hate Israel, like, when he came out crazy, like,
damn,
like
I didn't know he did all that.
Oh, he's insane. Like,
I was never a huge fan. I liked you. I liked, you know, Phil Hellmuth and Phil Ivey.
When I talked to him on text, and he was trying to come up with all these lies and bullshit about Jews and Israel, whatever, but
that's crazy.
But I said to him, I said, you're aligning yourself with Justin Bonomo, right? I said, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Like, if you're in agreement with anything on the far right or the far left, you're gone. Like the people on the far right they hate Jews and Israel just as much, not as much, but let's say 40%, like the far left does. You know what I'm saying? And
right. Yeah.
They're like, the Jews oppress people, white people oppress people. First of all, 80% of Jewish people are Israeli. They're not even white, okay? And second of all, there's 15 million Jews in the world of not 8.6 billion. So how come 15 million people be oppressing people? They're just so stupid, man.
Right. I think it just comes down to CNN, MSNBC. This is what these people are watching. Well, you know, and they
This is the law that Obama passed in 2013 that allows propaganda on television. That law needs to be like getting rid of, dude. Like, we need a press that tells the truth.
Where they can't lie? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like if they lie, like
what the hell is that?
Elon Musk,
like
somebody called like Elon Musk a Nazi. Some black guy was on CNN and he fucking sued him for libel. You know, like
out of all the shit you can be talking about in the country, you're talking about Elon Musk like doing a Nazi salute.
Dude, that whole thing.
Doing
but people like in my chat, like people like Barry Wong still thinks he did a Nazi salute. Like, these people are sick. Like, they don't even. It's insane. And it's like Elon Musk has done more for the world than probably any human being alive. And I said it in 2022, and I say it to today. He will go down in history like Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. He saved free speech, and he saved this country from disaster. Because just imagine if that drug addict alcoholic would have gotten into office.
I can't. It's a nightmare. It's a fever dream.
And think about this: you are who your parents are, right? Look at all of Trump's kids. They're all they all dress nice.
Yeah, I made that point to somebody not long ago.
Nobody drinks or does drugs. Not one of them. Well, Don Jr. does cocaine, but like I mean, that's a rumor. Right? That's a rumor right here. I shouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? But like, look at that family.
MSGNC.
And then look at the whole Biden family.
Yeah, they love him. Look at the whole Biden family. Crazy too.
Look at the whole Biden family. I mean, like, you are who your kids are, man. If your kids are good, you're a good person, dude. Like, you're a bad person, your kids end up being fucked up, dude. You know? It's just the way dude, everybody knows that. That's why, what's the biggest problem in the country? Like, fatherless fucking households, right? You need structure, dude. You need structure, and I don't know, man.
Amen.
I'm a big 100%. fan of trying to save the world. So, you know, most of the people, the people that are on the far left or far right, like, we had, as much as you like, one of my best friends, Ashley. She's on the not extreme left, but I'll say she's where most people are 5 to 10 degrees right or left of center.
She's a woman.
She's a woman. 15. She's married, never had kids. She's about 15 degrees left. But guess what? We agree on almost everything, right? It's like she said that, like, she's really against, which is so crazy. Like, she's so against, like, took away Roe versus Wade. I'm like, they didn't take away nothing. Like, it goes to the states. Nobody. Yeah, but if you're in one state, you have to get an abortion in another. Oh well, then live in another state or use condoms. Like, big fun.
Right, you got 50 choices.
There's a million choices. Like, it's so stupid. My body, my choice. But like, when the vaccine came out, all the Democrats were screaming, "Kill everybody that's not vaccinated! Vaccinate them all, or kill them!" Do you remember when Howard Stern
Yeah.
was like, "Let them all die in the hospital if they're not vaccinated"? I mean, they were crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's going to fix things. Abortions and kill people that don't take vaccines. That's going to fix problems.
Dude, this is what they're running on. I mean, honest to God, the Democrats are never going to win another election unless these tariffs and shit fail.
Oh.
But like, how do and they're doubling down on woke. They're doubling down on it's crazy. You saw
Because Trump has all the good ideas.
They don't have any. $1,000 to anybody can name one thing the Democrats have done in the last 10 years. $1,000. Nobody's ever called the show and been able to claim that $1,000. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be one thing they've done.
I think JFK was the last legit Democrat. I don't know.
Dude, if you watch the things that JFK said, if you look back on all of the speeches, it's everything that Trump says.
We choose to go to the moon.
Dude, it's everything that Trump says.
He was the boss.
He talked about being in shape. We have to have the strongest men in shape, and everybody's got to eat good. But now it's like now they're putting fat people on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I mean, the woke shit is crazy, dude. All right, man.
It's
Nice talking to you.
Too, the standards.
Really enjoyed talking to you. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Be safe.
Hey, it's been a privilege. God bless, Mike.
God bless.
Take care, man.
Take care. Later.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. That was a good call. Let's take one more if we have one more. All right. That's cool. That's good to hear. It's like, listen, I don't want to I just want everything to be good. Like, it's assholes like fucking, I'm going to call him an asshole now. I'm mad at Barry Wong today. Elon's trying to buy the election. George Soros and fucking, and Mark Zuckerberg put in 10 times more money. 10x than Elon put in. And it's like they don't even know who George Soros or Zuckerberg is. In 2020, Zuckerberg put $526 million to buy the election. This year, he's like, now he's MAGA and he's all Trump's best friend. Now, in all reality, people are like, oh, he just doesn't want to go to jail for what he did by censoring Trump on Facebook. But in all honesty, I read people well. He's seen the light, dude. He sees reality. All the big tech is. The Tomas of the world that voted Democrat. The Zuckerbergs of the world. Even Jeff Bezos said he changing the Washington Post opinion column to be more in the center, and they went crazy, the far leftists. Man, just fucking do what's best for the country and the people, and stop playing politics. Just say, I want to make the world a better place. If you don't like their ideas, at least understand why people do. And that's it, man. It's real easy to do. It's real fucking easy, Man, so many people that voted for Trump in 2024, that if you could have said, Mike, I'll give you $100 million for your 100,000, that person would never vote for Trump, and voted for Trump. And so, like, you have to ask yourself why. One of the things I always look back on is 2016. Really good friends with Eugene Katcheloff, and I hadn't seen him in a couple of years because he had moved out of the country, and he showed up on when Matt Savage got inaugurated in the WPT ring of whatever. So we went to dinner, and there was I was a late invite, and so was he. So we sat at a table together, and he was talking about how much he loved Trump. Whoa. Weren't you like the most anti-Trump person in 2016? He goes, I was. He goes, I woke up the day after Hillary lost, and he was crying. He was so pro-Hillary. And he said to himself, wait a minute. I'm a smart person. There's no way 63 million people voted for this guy unless something I'm not being told. And he went and did his own research and stuff, and then he realized that everything they were telling him was a lie. And then, he broke down of why all these people voted for Trump in Middle America, and how all their jobs have been stolen from China and all that shit. And he realized that everything that he was told was a lie. And, you know, when you're a smart person and you get outside your own bubble and you do your own research, you know everything that's going on in the country. When you're a dumb person that just regurgitates what they see on MSNBC or CNN, which have like a combined 100,000 viewers a day, then you're just going to be brainwashed. And whether you listen, you don't have to. You could be a Democrat. Listen, like people say, like, oh, Bill Maher is almost on the right now. He's almost a Trump. No, he's not, dude. He's an old school liberal that just wants to be a centrist. He wants to be. He's like 5 degrees left. I mean, if you don't want what the shit that they pushed, I mean, the thought that the most. I'm going to say this, then we're going to end for the night. But the thought that the most effective campaign commercial they ran was Trump saying, he's for they, them, and I'm for you. Talking about the trans movement. And at first when I thought it was really like transphobic. But other people, smart people, actually I'll show you, I'm not as smart as some of these people, they saw it differently. It's kind of like when you see the dress, and one it looks gold and black and the other it looks pink and silver. They saw it as he was not trying to spar trans people. He was explaining that these are the people that they're pushing, and I'm going to change your life. And it just came across different to different people, and that ended up supposedly being the most effective campaign commercial. And the Democrats are still doubling down on the trans ideology, which is this. I love everybody, but you can't be pushing people under the age of 18 to get into this. And I'm going to end on that. Go Lakers in the playoffs. I got a week till the next week we'll run a podcast. We'll talk about the Lakers. Go Rory McIlroy tomorrow. I have 3.5 to 1 for $1,000 on him. And let's keep winning in poker, man. I'd like to put about, I don't know, $6 $50,000 weeks together before the World Series. That would be nice. I'll settle for making 100 the next 6 weeks. I'm not greedy. Have a good one, you guys. Thanks. Peace.
The Mouthpiece.